to unite all the so-called black people to rise up against the Edomites.
That's why they got rid of him. When he started to infer about Israel.
When he couldn't connect it, they wanted to stop him from connecting with Malcolm X because they both at the time were finding out the truth of who they were, and they knew it wasn't no, because they were all duped by other religions, Islam.
Mm-hmm.
But Malcolm X started to realize he was a Jake, and then that's when everything changed. So that's where you get the real X-Men. The real X-Men comes from Malcolm X waking up and whatnot, and other things, man.
Hey, and you see how that played out. They assassinated them. See, but this, they what are they? They can't assassinate. We're all over the world. This thing is just being pumped through the internet now. So it's already too late. They couldn't stop it. They couldn't quench that fire before it spread.
All they can do is demonize it now.
Now, yeah. So now all they can do is come with the sword, man.
This is a table of contents of Project Megiddo. It says 1, executive summary, 2, introduction, 3, Christian identity, 4, white supremacy, 5, militias, 6, black Hebrew Israelites, 7, apocalyptic cults, 8, significance of Jerusalem, and Slugget, 8, and 9 is conclusion.
Where
You know what? That's it before.
This is Project Megiddo.
we're an apocalyptic cult. So we got two in one. But this is nothing new. Look, this is Exodus 1 and 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. What do we talk about in the scriptures? There was Jacob and Esau. One people were stronger than the other. All right. And our message to Israelites is a peaceful message. Right? We tell Israel not to take up arms, not to get all bugged out. Because Esau's the violent one. Esau's the one that's going to come down. Because the thing is, he's not meant to be ruling this world. So what he's doing, it's like
It's like Scar from Lion King.
yeah, it's like exactly. It's like Scar from Riot. Like he murdered Mufasa,
The king.
and then sat on the throne.
And then he started destroying the kingdom.
Yeah, he thought, totally making it.
Eating all the antelope,
See, Lion King,
causing disorder.
Yeah, you gotta watch Lion King.
Tried to slay the true heir.
Yep, he wanted to kill Simba.
That was fucking Herod, bro. That was Esau. You know?
It says, and he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. And that's why they, because look how many so-called black people are in the in that Muslim shit. And so they're afraid of all that, man. They're afraid of Jake taking up arms and fighting against this system, right? Because this is a new world system. This is a new world order, in which they want everybody to be in one religion, one government, one accord, right? But it's all slavery. It's all under the beast system.
Government, mind control.
Yep. And so if you believe in the Bible, you're a problem, man. Because there's things in the Bible that go against this society completely, right? And we're the ultimate opposition, because we understand everything that Esau has done and everything that Esau is doing.
We understand who is Esau.
Yeah, we understand that he's actually, and that's the most dangerous thing to Esau, is that we're actually bringing out prophecies that say, look, this is not your kingdom. You stole this. This isn't your land. You stole this. All these heathens that are ruling over so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you stole them. All right? All these good things that you're enjoying in this world, you stole it. And the Lord is coming to get it all back. The harvest is ripe, man. The Lord's coming. The Lord's coming to fucking kill all these nations, man. And there doesn't have to be an uprising of Jake. That's just something that's in the scriptures.
Mhm.
That's just a prophecy that has to be fulfilled. Yahweh Basham Yahushua is going to come back himself and destroy this place.
Right on top of the chariot.
Riding on top of a chariot.
Yeah, Jake is just like the first baby wave. Jake rising up. The Lord is going to come back himself. You know, that's going to be the terrifying part.
And
The smack it down at
the smack it, the smack
Yeah,
it,
the smack it down it.
Oh man, I can't even smack it down. That's funny, man.
The Rock, bro.
Hey, but Judah's already
The
a
Rock.
terror to these people.
Yahushua.
Man. Judah's already a terror to these people.
Oh yeah.
That's why Jake is on an FBI terrorist list.
Yeah.
Because the FBI is terrified of Jake, man.
Esau terrified of Jake, and Jake.
Well, it says in the scriptures they should be afraid of you. You think that spirit is gone away?
Well, it says that
Judah
Judah's
shall
going to be a terror,
to Egypt.
and that's what they're terrified of Jake, man. And here Jake just wants to be a goofy idiot.
Yeah, but you got that nigga Snoop Dogg coming out with the new videos promoting blood and crip unity when we knew that in the prison system they get down, but like you got Jakes that start seeing these things, and then certain of them click, man. Certain of them, a fuse gets lit in their brain and they switch, man. They change their life.
Well, that's a prophecy that the 12 tribes are going to come together.
You know, it's a trip. It's because the northerner and southerner thing. The comment, like one of the first comments you've seen, it's like Jake, I believe he's another Israelite. He's like, see, if they unite, all we need is for the brothers talking about Judah to unite, all come together, and this system will crumble.
Yep.
Then you got hella simpletons in the comments talking shit. Oh, how come it doesn't happen yet? Oh, what makes you think that'll happen, you retard?
Or you have that Southsider, and he was talking about how he was getting help from a northerner or whatever, and then you had a northerner on there calling him a scrap and stupid and shit, like missing the whole point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I've heard stories from dudes. They call you, they respect each other and whatnot. They if nobody's out there because they're Browns, they help each other. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, all these groups were set up as a defense against Esau, man. Back in the day, there was no blood and crip. There was no northerner, southerner. There was no bulldog. There was none of that shit, man. They were just fucking. They were just Mexicans, and they were just niggas, man, and all this other shit, man. But there was none of that, them killing each other on the way they do today.
See, that's the prophecy coming to pass.
Yeah.
They're coming together. And see, look, you got Snoop Dogg trying to make peace and unite. And this is all like a peaceful movement. But Esau, watch what he's going to do, man. He's going to demonize him.
He's gonna come out with a whole nother NWA era.
Yeah.
Push more of that vibration. Because that's why it all happened. Was Esau, man. Esau has what you call, well, it's an actual tactic, divide and conquer. You know, he divided us all, gave us different names. The 12 tribes, man.
It tells you that.
Gave us all different religions. You got North, Central, and the Caribbean. They worship. They're into what do you call it? Catholicism.
What about that one called Santa Maria or Santa Maria?
Guadalupe.
Nah, it's like a religion that they worship.
Santa Muerte.
Yeah. Oh,
Santeria.
it's not a place, it's like a religion of belief.
Santa Muerte.
Yeah, something like that. But they use witchcraft and all types of
Santeria.
shit.
Saturnalia, you said?
Not Saturnalia. it's something
Santeria.
I know what
Yeah, it might be Santeria.
But that's witchcraft.
There's-
They always do
yeah.
that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like witchcraft.
It starts with a D.
It starts with an S.
It starts with an S.
No, that's Santeria he's
Yeah.
talking about.
Probably.
Yeah.
Witchcraft.
'Cause
But
there's-
Jake was always doing that. Even the ancient world, my people were doing that.
Because there's a bunch of different
Fucking
ones.
bananas.
There's like Santa Maria, Santa Muerte, and then there's one that starts with a D that's something totally different. But it's all based upon witchcraft. I watched a
Yeah.
documentary about it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That dude was cutting people's heads off and making soup out of it.
like levitating too. The air flying in the air and shit.
Well, that's what the Levites are doing.
Yeah, they do that shit.
But they're on the same island, ain't they?
Yeah. The Dominican Republic.
What is that? Voodoo?
Santo
Voodoo.
Domingo.
Yeah.
Voodoo.
Yeah,
They
voodoo.
do that shit now. They got Jakes in Africa doing
Yeah, they've also said that they've heard stories about people that can actually levitate now off of those
that
energies.
shit. Off that witchcraft, all those demons getting possessed. Because that's all it is demon possession, demonic possession.
Yeah.
It's not really them that's doing it, it's a demon that's giving them the power to do shit like that.
The crazy thing about it is we're going to be able to do that on the right hand.
On the right hand. So it's going to be more powerful.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to do that on the left hand, you got to actually damage yourself.
Yeah, that's why they be coming back all week.
Yeah, you got to fuck yourself up, man. You got to kill people, you got to drink blood and do weird shit.
Yeah.
You know, pop somebody in the butt or get popped in the butt. That's how they get down. That's how they do that type of magic.
That's what Hollywood is based on.
Sex magic. That's why everybody's all jacked. Now you got Miley Cyrus came out with that new video where she's just rubbing her crotch through the whole video. Wearing red to represent a menstrual cycle.
But her dad is wrong.
Oh man, I would hate to be that.
Spiritual great, man.
Yeah, he's just trying to link up with Jake, man. He's just trying to get on that Old Town Road, bro. That's all Billy Ray's trying to do.
Fucking Super Bowl.
He don't even want to think about that. That's a shame, man.
Yeah.
That's a terrible shame. This Jeremiah 50:7. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, "We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers." And so Esau knows that. Esau knows that Jake's power lies within Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. And that's why they push all that wickedness. I was just watching. What do you want to say?
No, I was just thinking about that. It's heavy that the Most High set up the men of the Lord to push back that energy of how about shit outside, man. Because you think about it, you're right.
Yeah.
Esau has did everything he could. When you really think about meditating on it to take away Jake's power, man, which is Yahweh about and now he's putting the spirit back out there in the army, man.
That's exactly
Heavy.
because Esau knows where the power. Because what Esau is Jacob's twin brother. He came out of Isaac.
Esau had the laws. Esau knew what the power was.
Esau knew it, and we read the scriptures. When he saw that it displeased his parents to take wives of the Canaanites, that's what he did, just to get back at his parents.
Yeah.
So that shows the character of Esau, right? They said he despised his birthright for one morsel of meat.
He as Cain, he slew his brother because his works were righteous.
Yeah, his brother's works were more righteous than his.
Instead of saying, you know what, I'm gonna follow what my brother's doing, so that I can be accepted too, I'm gonna just be a demon and kill my brother.
Just kill him.
And it tells you in Genesis 27 that Esau hated Jacob for the blessing that he was blessed with, and he said in his heart, "The days for mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob."
Yeah, and he still wants to slay you.
Well, the whole time he was trying to kill Jacob, but he can't.
Whole time.
He can't. He created AIDS. He created all these diseases to kill the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and he knows he can't do it. So he's saying, you know what, bug spray don't work. You know, because when you got roaches at a house, you say, you know, I'm gonna bomb the fucking house. I'm gonna close it up. You come back and there's still roaches. So then you say, you know what, I just gotta get physical. I just gotta get physical and do my best to clean it out.
He's gonna burn the whole house.
Or that, yeah. And that's what Esau wants to do. Is he wants to burn
Nuke
the
it.
whole house.
He wants to burn the whole
He
house.
wants, because the elites know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They got space stations. They got deep underground military bunkers. Why is that? So when the world is engulfed in this third world war, as prophesied in the scriptures, when these nukes shot, they're gonna try to escape and let everybody that is on Earth, get nuked. Well, he's He's protected somewhere else.
Yep. He puts it in his movies and his games. He like the great phoenix. He wants to rise out of the ashes victorious.
Yep.
He wants to come out of them caves with super technology and round everybody up and really lock down that new world order, man. In which everybody, by the time that happens, everybody's gonna be fucking chill. So I mean,
Everybody that's not reading the book.
well, I mean, what I'm alluding to is that in Esau's dream, everybody's chipped. So by the time the nukes destroy everything, he's gonna be able to come out and just gather everybody up because he's gonna be able to track them.
Everybody's gonna be a particular individual.
Everybody's gonna be a fucking particular individual in the system. Exactly. But hey, Esau's plans are gonna be upset, man, because Yahweh Shem Shah governs the world. The world is governed by the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures.
In
All
script.
right? Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I may show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Yep. So that's exactly, because this thing's gonna be talked about forever, right? Because hey, all throughout the scriptures, what is the Most High always saying? I'm the power that brought you up out of Egypt. I'm the power that brought you up out of Egypt. I'm the power. But it says there's coming a time when it will no more be said, I am he that brought you out of Egypt, but I am he that brought you out of the land of the north.
Yeah.
And from every and if Babylon was that great salvation, why is it not spoken of to this day? That's why it's because it's not talking about ancient Babylon. It's not what it's talking about. It's a prophecy.
Yep.
You gotta have eyes to see and ears to hear. This is Babylon. We're in Babylon the Great, man. This is that great whore, drunk with the blood of the saints. Who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites. America is drunk with the blood of the saints. How much bloodshed by the hand of Edomites have been spilled here on the soils of North and South America?
Billions.
Gab was almost wiped out.
Millions, if not billions, man. It was up there because they say just the natives alone, you saw like to play on numbers was like 200 million. The Negroes was like 300 million. So if you look at all the numbers, it had to be up in the billions, bro.
Billions.
That you killed back then.
Yeah, to this day, yeah, because the Lord didn't stop counting.
Yeah.
You Jakes are still in slavery. You know what? I watched a video. I think I talked about it in a video that I did with Paul Mooney and this other guy. His name was like Harris Belfonte, something like that. He's old school Jake. He played like a movie star. His movie actually. And this young cat, his name was Torre, which he looked like a terror to me. He was just like, that dude was super irrelevant. I hated that he was even on that show because Paul Mooney and that other cat were saying shit that even I was like, damn, this is dope. I actually like this. And then they had the woman, which Paul Mooney didn't even want to hear nothing out of this woman's mouth. He kept interrupting and cutting her off and shit. And then it was in the comments. It was funny because it was in the comments. Somebody was like, "Why is he being so rude to this woman or whatever?" He's like, "Because Paul Mooney don't give a shit about no black bitch that had three white husbands trying to talk about her black." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. You know how Paul Mooney is. He don't give a shit.
You don't care about it.
He don't give a shit. He don't care about nobody's feelings. But they were talking, and then the question was brought up because they talked about minstrel shows. And if you know anything about the Jim Crow era, they had Jakes when they were playing in movies. They were all big-lipped and bug-eyed, and they all had to act retarded and yes sir and this and that and all that bullshit.
Massa.
Yes, massa. And they had to play slave roles and roles of just complete idiots. They made them look like total morons. And then this dude Torrey was like, yeah, those dudes were sellouts and this and that. And then this dude Harry Belfonte, he posed the question. He was like, so what's the difference between that and the hip hop movement they have today, when they have all you black motherfuckers wearing 300 gold chains and talking about killing each other and banging each other's wives, and shooting each other and selling dope, having y'all look like a bunch of goofy ass stupid motherfuckers. What's the difference between that and that? And he tried to defend it instead of just being humble and being like, well, damn, you got a good point. Like, this dude's trying to defend hip hop culture as if it's actually a culture, man. I was like Jerry Springer, when you see white people acting all trailer trash, white people acting all crazy, they say white people don't have a culture.
Their culture is rape, robbing, and murdering.
That's these Edomites, man.
Yeah.
And they push that retardation.
Because a lot of them trailer park so-called Edomites or look like Edomites are actually Jakes.
A lot of them, that's why they act like that.
That's why they act like niggas, man. A lot of them are actually Jakes.
And you know, you got these black activists. No, you know, you don't understand.
That's just a ghetto white person.
You don't understand. There are those people there are Edomites that try to act that way, but like Elder Malcolm says, you can't fake it. You could tell when somebody, you know, like Edomite's trying to play that role. Because it's not natural.
Yeah, like look at what's his name, Slim Jesus. That's a good example of that.
That's a perfect example of that. That dude is not natural.
And then you look at that dude GME Bands or whatever. You can clearly see that guy is a Jake, and Slim Jesus is an Edomite. I really don't.
I don't even know who that is.
He's from the Bay, but I don't really know him. Like I don't really listen to him. I mean, he's hella lyrical, so I give him that.
I never even heard that.
Yellow for Jake. For sure.
Yeah.
Before I first looked at who he was, I thought he was one of them Lil Boosie type niggas, man. Because he has that same little sound, you know? But yeah, he a Jake for sure. So is Ritz and a lot of other guys.
Oh, I'm like, what? This is Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right? And so the prophecies, the curses, like you tell me if this is a curse or not. All right? You tell me if this is a curse or not. My grandpa, so from what I've heard, he grew up, his dad didn't want him. His mom was like in a mental hospital. His family passed him around so that they could collect money off of him. And then something happened, he ended up getting separated from his family. I never even heard about that side of my family until after he had died. And then we tried to look up the lineage on like Ancestry.com to find out. There was no information past just my grandpa. I have no idea who that side of my family is whatsoever. Never seen him, never heard of him, can't even find him. Tell me if that's a curse or not.
Yeah, it says that's a curse to 28. It says the father with his children that he shall leave. Like my dad. I don't know my dad's dad. He's somewhere in New York. You know what I mean? We're over here all the way on the East Coast.
Yep.
But his West Coast, but his dad is in New York. You know, I asked him if he ever met his dad. He told me, yeah, but what I heard is like, after like three years old or something, you know his dad. You know, those are the curses of Deuteronomy. You know, our families would be fucking destroyed households, man.
Yeah, and they were living in poverty in the goddamn 40s and 50s. This is like the golden age for Edomites.
Yeah, because Esau came up in like really came into power 1400s, but it was really established like after 1776.
The same thing with my mom's dad. She didn't meet her dad until she was like 40 something, and that dude was that dude was a thug. I met him. That dude was a straight up hood cat. Talking about this is how we greet each other in Beechwood. Talking about throwing blows at each other and shit. So I mean, if that's not a curse, you can tell me what a curse is. Or my mom's mom, they had to live under a bridge for a long time. And these were during times when Edomites were very successful. Now you see Edomites totally dropping the ball. But I mean, if those ain't curses, you tell me what a curse is. But it's all right. Like, you don't gotta accept Israelite foreigners. Yahweh Shemiah Shai don't gotta accept you either. Many are called, but few are chosen. Buckwheat. But yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah. Was it? All right. Yeah, we were out here for a little bit, like we stated before. We were out here prior to us actually filming. We were dealing with this damn Pentecostal demon for like an hour. So, you know, Yahweh Shemiah Shai sees our works and his angels. We're out here week in and week out. And Lord willing, we're out here next week. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kwadash.
And double honors to our apostles and elders that rule well at Great Millstone. And salutations to all you sincere occupants preaching this word in all truth and in sincerity. Until next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.